Welcome and welcome back. Uber is back at it again, and they are trying something new, and I'm kind of here for it. So let's jump in and see what's going on. So Uber shaped out, they are in the packaging business. Now Uber, as you know, the service has been around for quite some time now, and a lot of people have definitely grown to learn, and use the service. More specifically, the service again in transport was for people. Get in, especially through the app, set up your payment method. Very, very user friendly, very easy to use. Again, it's my understanding it's also being offered in other countries as well. And you get yourself from point A to point B, especially for a traveling type situation and you're not able to get a car rental, or maybe if you don't want a car rental, it is a dope service, pretty dope service. Now, Uber has also seen an increase with there being other needs, and being able to return your package is one of them. So it is my understanding, as it's explained that I've seen in the headline, is Uber will return your packages for a $5 fee and up to 5 packages. So let's just put this into perspective because when we're talking about moving items, of course, e-commerce, we purchase items. Yes, items usually come USPS, UPS, FedEx, Amazon, or another personal carrier service, maybe DHL, or another personal carrier service. But it's usually one of those big 4 or 5, right, that I just mentioned. And sometimes things work great, sometimes things don't. Now, certain entities like Amazon, they do have the ability to have a partnership where if for whatever reason you get your item, it didn't work out, you're able to go to a UPS or FedEx or somewhere to be able to send it back. Same thing where, especially a lot of the big box stores, Macy's, Walmart, Target, a lot of those big box, Kohl's, a lot of those big stores, you're able to go and bring those items back. However, sometimes the courier, there's not a courier service, or if you do need to bring it back, you have to be able to go somewhere or to drive. You may not live near a FedEx, a UPS, a USPS. Now, USPS, of course, is a bit more common, so you'll probably be able to get there. But if the vendor that you use or the store that you use uses a particular vendor, let's say UPS, an example, you have to use UPS to send it back. You can't say, well, I'll send it USPS. Now, I'm sure if you have the address and the information, maybe they'll get the stuff, but usually that's not how it works. And also when you're returning certain things, oftentimes they do offer either free shipping or they offer a discount on shipping. Even if there is a fee, they'll say, okay, hey, there's a fee or a processing fee, which is what it is. There's a processing fee, pay the processing fee, do your stuff online, you get your label, you pack up your items, and you send it off. Now, usually you go drop it off, they go in, they scan your stuff, or verify the information and package it, and you are good to go. Now, the reason I say all of that is because it's a process. It's a process. And I can't tell you how many times I have been there waiting in a line, especially at USPS, where the folks have said, hey, I have a return, or hey, I have to be able to mail certain things out, and they don't have the box, they don't have the package, they don't have the label. My favorite, they don't know where it's going. That's my favorite. And I think it's the clerk's favorite too. But between that and a collaborative of all those items, having a third party, having an Uber or somebody through that particular service, then kind of going through and kind of sorting through that stuff too, I don't know. I think there's definitely a lot of planned stuff ahead of time that needs to happen to be able to make that work and make it something that's efficient. Because more specifically, just seeing how certain individuals can't get what they need to get the box or the package or the labels to be able to pack their own stuff. I don't see tasking that with somebody else too. Giving it to somebody else too. Obviously, the packages are supposed to be already pre-packaged, labeled and everything, and they're just kind of doing the service and dropping it off. But again, when it gets to, let's say FedEx, you have the courier's got their little package, things is going, they got it, get everything situated, they get it in there, the person goes to scan, they're like, this isn't the right label. Or they go to scan, they're like, this box is open. Now, is there an entity or a way where the Uber, delivery individual can reach out and say, listen, they're going to charge you $5 to take this box? I don't mean to laugh. they're gonna charge you, $5, $2, whatever, to tape this box. You ain't taped it, or you taped it. It's open now. It's open. What you want to do, because now you're looking at the cost of, let's say, the person who requested the service doesn't want to pay the additional, or for whatever reason they don't have the additional, whatever the additional cost to pay, or if they're like, aside from just not wanting to pay it, now they want it to come back. They're saying, hey, 5 items are supposed to be in the box, only 3 was in the box, we need you to come back. What is the responsibility of the Uber individual to say, you know what, I'm going to run around town with your package? So I think I'm very, very interested to see how this is going to go down. I kind of get almost like personal assistant kind of vibe. And I think if the rate is right, I think it could be something very beneficial. But more specifically with a personal assistant or type of service, it usually starts off as, hey, just get my coffee, it's fine. And the next thing they're at the laundromat, or they're at like the dry cleaners, more likely, or somewhere else doing something random that wasn't necessarily in agreement to begin with. So I'm interested to see how that particular dynamic will play. Do you think this is a service that you would use? And if so, how far are you willing to go with it? Are you going to say, you know what, hey, we'll try one package here or there, see what the service looks like, and see if that's something that I would want to use in the future? Or would you be open to seeing Uber offer other services? Like a personal shopper. Like if you go, usually, of course, obviously you can order certain things online, but if, let's say, a neighboring store has a suit, neighboring store has a suit for whatever reason or another, especially if you're an individual with a disability, it may be very difficult to be able to get dressed, get up, get out of your place, get situated, and then actually get to wherever it is you need to get to, especially if you have to take mass transportation, or if mass transportation is not available. Let's say, I know some places Sunday is not available, or it runs on a limited schedule. That Sunday's your only day off kind of deal, whatever. You go there and then, get it, try it on. That's a long day. That's a long day. Whereas if you get somebody, you can say, you know what, hey, I'm gonna pay this person $5, $10, maybe even, and go, this is the suit, this is the size I need, these are the funds, get it, scan it, check out, and then bring the item and deliver it. Doesn't work out, I'll call you tomorrow and return it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very, very interested to see what this particular dynamic will be. Now, separate thing altogether, when we talk about moving packages and moving items, especially things that people pack or set up, this was kind of more of like a DoorDash issue because of the food kind of pressing bit, but the miscellaneous stuff that can be in the box. Now, how I understand this specifically with Uber to be is you'll have the vendor, you'll purchase items from a vendor. So the customer will purchase items from a vendor. This particular service is supposed to be for those items going back to a vendor, not to, your aunt, your uncle, some other relative that you talk to twice a year. That's not what this is. That's not what the particular, thing or system is supposed to be set up for. However, where is the kind of stop measure to be able to make sure that doesn't happen? When you have someone come in and picking up packages and verifying the information, how do you know it's not just a package going to UPS or a package going to somewhere else, or something else miscellaneous being delivered? Now, more specifically with DoorDash, there were some interviews and things that went down where they went to deliver said package or went to drop off said item, and of course the food or the items are supposed to be sealed, and they have strict instructions not to open or not to tamper with the packages or open the items. And there, folks have mentioned that they have seen individuals with track marks on their arms. They've seen individuals that look like they were perhaps under the influence of something. What that something was, who knows? But it also put some of the drivers in, they felt like am I liable if I drop this off? But if I don't drop it off, now I'm not being compensated. I'm not, what do I do? Do I drop it off then report? Do I drop it off? Do I get out of this altogether? But then at the same time, this is work, and everything is not always as it appears to be. Let's say, that person did have track marks on their arm, and then that actually ended up being a burger. Like, you don't really know. So definitely let me know your comments below. I'm interested to see how this will be implemented and if it is actually end up being successful. I think just in today's era, a lot of people are very like, you know, on the go, and having, you know, a different type of, you know, support service, especially with like doing the packages, because with the package you have to go, and oftentimes there's a line or you have to wait. And I think a lot of people are like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. If I can find somebody else, or I get somebody else to $5 to do it, I'm gonna let them do it. I'm gonna let them do it. I'm gonna let them take care of it. So if you found today's video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. When are you doing your next return with Uber? And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.